I want to tell you one of the stories which was written on the real pages of history, and one of the characters is Jesus himself. It happened in John chapter 8. So the Pharisees bought a woman who caught in adultery. So they just bought rudely and threw her right in front of Jesus while Jesus was preaching in the temple. And they said to Jesus, "Master, Rabbi, we caught this woman in the act of adultery. According to the law of Moses, such should be stoned to death. What would you say?" They actually asked this question to Jesus to test him and to put him into difficult situation. But they didn't know that our God, who can turn anything, if he can turn the water into wine, which takes 12 years to produce a best wine on this planet, but he just turned the water into wine within seconds. And Jesus, if he says, stone her, everyone around him and everyone in the future generation will be confused, because he came to preach the God's mercy, God's love. If he says, don't stone her, then the Pharisees would point him and say, you are breaking Moses' law. So they thought Jesus either way. And what did Jesus do? Jesus didn't say anything. He stood down and wrote with his finger something on the ground. What he had written, no one knows. It is not written in the Bible. What actually he is telling in action, if you see, where are the law written? It is written on the stones. It is actually written on the stones. And the place where Jesus was standing is not an earthen ground. It's not a soil. So it is a stone ground. If you go to the Temple Mount, the vicinity of the Temple Mount is not an earthen ground. It's a carved out stone. So it's a stone ground. So in essence, with the actions, Jesus is telling to them, you boast to tell me the law, you boast to show me the law, but you know what? I am the one who gave you the law. Before Abraham was, I am. So he just stood up and said to them, he without sin cast the first stone. He didn't break the law, but he actually uplifted the law by saying, he without sin cast the first stone. And you know what the Bible says? The older ones went first, and then everyone left one by one until only the woman and Jesus remained. And actually all the while there is only one person who can take the stone and beat her, Jesus.